Well, my dear friends, it's certainly been more than a New York minute. But here we are again, a junk store tour. And here we have the welcoming crew scowling at me as usual. I'm invading their territory, and there's quite a few of them today. It's quite scary. So, onwards. Look at this lamp. I'm thinking 1970s department store. There was quite a few of these lamps around in the building. They're for sale. I think they are. I quite like them. Now, I've seen this before somewhere, and I'm not sure. I think it's something to do with collecting butterflies. I could be way off there, but that's the thought that comes to me. I have seen them before. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. I'm going to try and read the label afterwards. If I see what the label says, I'll put it in the comments section. So, what else do we have? Oh, there's quite nice, this little box here. I think it's been handmade by somebody using clay, which has been fired in a kiln afterwards. But it's quite nice, isn't it? Sort of has that 1950s feel to it. This is quite nice too. Not really sure what it's made of. Maybe an early form of plastic, like a Bakelite, perhaps. I think it's a candle holder, isn't it? The candle sort of goes where the lotus flower is, I'm guessing. Quite nice, that. $68 though. Pretty pricey. I'm guessing it's unique. Here is a model for a 1940s or 50s plane. This is an original. It's not reproduction. You can see the chrome is starting to blister. And they want a hefty, I think it's 290 or 280 Swiss francs for that, which is very similar to US dollars. Pretty pricey. Would you buy it? This thing's quite ugly. I don't know. Some of you may love it. I don't really like this. It's a bit sort of heavy. Clumsy carving too, really. Provincial. Not my cup of tea. Do you like it? I'm always interested to know your opinion. Would you have that in your home? Quite a nice sofa. Looks like it's been newly upholstered. Very attractive. Some 1970s lamps there. Quite horrible. I don't like them. Do you like them? It doesn't matter whether I like them. Do you like them, my dear friends? Ah, there she is in disguise as a reindeer. She's trying to pretend that she can't be seen if she stays still. But I've blown your cover. She couldn't hold her breath that long. That's what it was. Ah, I've got my beady eyes on you, Marceline. Yeah, she's got her bouncer back up there. They're all over the place. I actually thought this was a real woman out the corner of my eye. I thought it was somebody sitting down. Oh my God, they've outnumbered me today, the mannequins. They're ganging up on me. A crucifix? What are you doing there, dear? Huh? I like the hairstyle.
Oddie, please save me from this life of plasti-lilininess. I've been like this since the 1980s, stuck in an eternal when will it end? When will it end?
Well, I wish I could help you, my dear. I'm not sure how to get you out of your plasti-lilininess. This is a Swiss military bike. It looks older than actually what it is. The design did not change much in decades. This particular bike is from 1972, even though it looks like it's from the 1930s or 40s. I do like the military little number shield there on the back. $860. Well, you won't be getting my $860. I'll tell you that now. Very heavy they are, but very durable. Oh my God, I've got a dry throat. This is quite tragic, isn't it? Very tragic. I'm pretty certain that poor little baby creature did not die of natural causes. No, I would not have that in my home. When I was a teenager, I collected taxidermy specimens, but nowadays, no. But back then it fascinated me. the art of preserving these animals. Do you like that? Tell me what you think. That's a big sort of like a chaise lounge, but huge, isn't it? Like a couch. An Ottoman couch. Here we have a grand piano. The lacquerwork seems to have sort of blistered a bit. Rud Ibach and Son. Ah. Take up a lot of space, but if you wish to impress your party guests, it's always good to have one around, even if you can't play. And here we have an old print here, the Industrious Shepherdess. The print doesn't really appeal to me that much, but I really like the frame, sort of empire style. I like that. The frame I would have, and ditch the print and find something else to put in it. Do you like that? Oh my goodness. I'm really keeping to myself today because I'm outnumbered, as you can see. So here we have a 1960s kitchen table here with chairs that don't belong to it, but quite a nice piece. Has a burn on the Formica there. I know they're getting very popular again with the younger generation. They're very collectible. I do like this old train set. These are from two different manufacturers. Speisewagen, that means it's the restaurant wagon where you'd have your meals. Beautiful, made of tin, probably early 1900s. That's a nice piece. I will share with you at the end one that I have myself. I'm not sure whether I have shown this before. Forgive me if I have, but I'll share that at the end. Now I like this. What do you think of this? This is about 1930s. It's a cloth doll, handmade, and someone has put a lot of work into that. I wonder if that's real human hair, and they might have even used their own hair. And look at the exquisite dress. Isn't that a fabulous piece? That is definitely a one-off. Would you have that in your collection if you collect dolls? Let me know. Yeah, that's very, very nice. It looks like real hair, doesn't it? Odette like that. Some more crocodile, alligator, snakeskin bags and purses. A few of them down here. Quite the fashion again, I believe. Normally I don't like shabby chic, but this one is quite well done. It's quite refined. A lot of them butcher the furniture, but this one's quite nice. I like how they've done that. It's obviously had layers of paint, and they have carefully shabby chic'd it with some degree of elegance there. Do you like that? Old model cars, another train wagon. So that's a Swiss one, as you can see, the SBB. SBB stands for Schweizerischen Bundesbahn, which basically means Swiss Federal Railways. Very nice. And here we have a little tin train station. I had one of these. I got it very cheap, and it had a lot of paint damage to it, so I restored it and sold it for a good profit online. Very nice. Big. It was much bigger than this one, actually, and older. Can you see the price on there? I missed that. What else do we have here? A clapping monkey, clockwork. One of those things that you wind up. Looks like he's sort of sharpening a blade or something. Ferrets, stoats, foxes, growling for eternity. Or snarling. Accordions, I love them. Such beautiful looking instruments. And they sound nice when people can play them properly. Wish I could play one. Now the clocks, I've shown the clocks before, but this one is quite new and I like it. It's an industrial clock, probably about the 1940s. I was tempted to buy it. Has a price tag of 140 until I picked it up off the thing there, and it sounds like 100 pieces are loose inside. That's not a good sound. So I decided not, because I would have had to invest quite a lot of money to have it brought to working order again. But a nice piece, very heavy as well, very heavy. This is an Albert Anker reproduction. Albert Anker was a very famous Swiss artist in the 19th century, often did pictures of normal people living in the Alps, children and the adults doing things, farmyard things. Now these are quite nice. They look like sort of the illustrations from the Punch magazine from the late 1800s and the early 1900s. I've got a Punch book somewhere, a compendium. Looks very similar to that. Coloured illustrations. They're not bad. They're really well done. Look at the faces on them. Quite the characters. And the one at the top, sorry about the terrible reflection in the glass. Not much I can do about that. This looks like a pawn shop, doesn't it? They're pawning their items. And the pawn shop owner is scrutinizing. This is quite beautiful. Look at this. Are these lace? These are either samples of lace or actual, probably from a haberdashery shop, I guess. And they're all made in Switzerland. Tell me what you think of that. I think that's very nice. You can imagine that sitting on a 19th century shop counter, couldn't you? I think they're quite rare, I would imagine. This one's good. This is obviously a company, a United American and Swiss company. They must have went into partnership to manufacture and sell. Is that lace? Tell me what that is. I'm no expert on that. I will bow to your expertise on this one. Any ladies out there who have a knowledge of this? See, there's another one of those lampshades, and there is a really horrible 1970s one. I don't like that. I'm sure there'll be some people who love it. This couch is faded. The upholstery has seen better days, but I love the blonde wood. What is that, satin wood? I'm not really sure, but that's quite attractive. Sort of an Art Deco feel to it, doesn't it? Most definitely. Yeah, I can imagine with some nice new upholstery. That would be a beautiful piece. This here, the reason why I have featured this, it's a good fixer-upper. I think it's 1930s, it's Art Deco. I'm sure this could be brought to a beautiful finish again. There's not much damage on it. Yeah, I couldn't get the bottom part open. I tried everything. It was totally wedged shut. I don't know. There must have been some internal locking mechanism that I didn't know. This thing here, what is it? What is this? It's sort of mid-century, 1940s, 1950s, 50s definitely, 50s perhaps even early 60s. What is it for? Keeping sewing materials in? What is that? Tell me what that is. I'm sure somebody out there knows what that is. And stay tuned while I share some items with you that belong to me. Here we go. This doesn't belong to me, but I nearly forgot to include it. It looks to be 1930s, 40s probably. I think it might have been in a men's hat store. What do you think? For selling hats? For showing them off? It's really quite unusual, isn't it? So here is my little train set that I rescued after an old couple were taken to a care home. They were too old to live by themselves, so they gave me permission to take anything that was left before the removal company came in and just swept the place clean. So I rescued this old train set. It's quite a rare one. It's from a small Swiss manufacturer from the 1940s and had a little bit of surface rust, not much, which I retouched. The interior is beautifully clean because it was the cellar that it was in was quite dry. Quite a rare piece. It still works. I lubricated it and it has a huge key that goes in the side. Here you can see the person who manufactured it was called Ernst Notter. And it was manufactured between 1945 and 1949. Quite rare. I've looked online. There's not many of these around at all. It's for sale. Anybody that wants to buy it, you can make me an offer. If you are out there and you collect model trains, this might be an ideal and rare piece to add to your collection, just to show you that it actually works. This is in my workshop. So it works. It's ready to go. And this item here was also from this old couple's place. It's a 1960s American toy. It's not in perfect condition. I think some dog has chewed the plastic propeller. A dog or a child. It's made of tin. It's not plastic. The propellers are plastic. The rest of it is tin. It's also in working order. The elderly gentleman was wise enough to take the batteries out. So there was no corrosion at all in the battery compartment. The tips of the wings are missing. There was some kind of rocket on there. They are gone. Also, the piston protective panel on the right side is missing, and the wing has taken a dent. So I wouldn't say it's in relic condition, but it's not pristine. Put it that way, but it works. Wait till you see this. I will fire it up for you. Quite a nice little piece nonetheless. Also quite rare. I saw a listing for it in eBay for $525. There you can see the propellers on the side, which are missing on mine. That one, of course, is in perfect condition. Still, this thing is for sale. Anybody wants to buy it, make me an offer and pay for the shipping, it's yours. And I will show you that it works. Here you can see the thing in operation. And stay tuned, my dear, for the final item, which I will not be keeping and I will not be selling. In fact, I'm going to be giving it away on Patreon. If you're not on Patreon, head over. 2 historical features a month, plus monthly giveaways. Wait till you see this. It coincides with the last presentation I did on Patreon, or Patreon, however you would like to pronounce it. It's about Audrey Munson, from Miss Manhattan to the Madhouse. The story of the world's first supermodel and her rise to fame and fall from grace and endless disgrace. So that's on Patreon, showing at the start of the month. A new one on Patreon today, or today as I'm speaking. This might be posted a few days afterwards. The item that I have, which complements the Audrey Munson video, is this wonderful photo of Vivian Porter. She was one of the Ziegfeld girls, of Ziegfeld Follies. So this wonderful photo portrait is going to one lucky winner on Patreon. The monthly giveaway, which starts in a few days on Patreon and continues until the middle of next month, which will be February. So you've got quite a bit of time to get over there, join my Patreon, join in the fun, and be in the chance to win this fabulous prize. My dear friends, that's about it for the Junk Store Tour. Stay tuned, there will be more to come. God bless, stay safe, my friends.